Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where last time we finished the game. Well, at least the main game, the main campaign. We defeated Corypheus, who was kind of a pushover. He kind of was really easy. It was a little bit anticlimactic, that last quest. I was expecting more out of it, and it turned out to be over and done with in less than 30 minutes. But I've also said that Dragon Age games have been getting easier with every sequel. And not necessarily because I'm better at the game. I would just say the actual game is just plain easier. For now, though, we're not done yet with Dragon Age Inquisition. We still have just a bit more. The Trespasser DLC that takes place like 2 years or so after the events of Dragon Age Inquisition. This is a part of the game that I have never played, and one of the many reasons that I've gone about my whole replaying of the Dragon Age trilogy is because I haven't played most of the DLC, specifically this final DLC for Inquisition. So let's go see what's going on. It's going to essentially wrap up the story. Once I'm done with Trespasser, there's no going back. Which I won't mind, because I'm ready to move on. I have been playing this game for so long. For so long. Let's summon the War Council. Let's get it done. Not like I said before, though, this game does have some excellent story moments, but it's just buried under so much meandering, directionless open-world content. And it feels long to play because of it. With Corypheus dead, and the threat of Fade rifts and demons waning, both Orlais and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition.
You're doing it again. Oh, I do apologize.
Now that's gonna be in my head all day.
Divine Victoria has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. Also, I just realized my throat is incredibly dry. I'm gonna need to get something to drink. So, alright, we have returned, we have some water. Let us go. There's no turning back now. The Exalted Council will be held at the Winter Palace outside Halam Sharal. Thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiation with the ambassadors, we are ready to depart at your convenience. I actually have absolutely no idea what Trespasser is about. Like, I knew that the DLC in Dragon Age 2 that I never played was meant to introduce Corypheus. So there was at least that, but I honestly have no idea what this particular piece of story is going to be focusing on. So, it's at least a little exciting to be playing something completely new. Though, once again, it would have been nice to actually get here a little bit faster without all of that directionless meandering. Though, I should make a rule. I'm not really going to mention that part again. I've already done my little review of Dragon Age Inquisition during the end credits of the last episode. So no need to necessarily bring it up again and again. I've already stated it enough. Also, nice castle.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted
It took me
Council
a moment to remember that Cassandra has now been renamed
and based
Divine
on their many
Victoria.
marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
And that's the thing, the Inquisition was created to solve a specific problem. That specific problem is gone, and now the power that it has created is a threat to the existing powers in the world. And I still have the mark.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the exalted plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria says she is better suited to the battlefield than the Sunburst throne, but she has restored the Chantry. And also people's faith in it. We are lucky to have her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, your worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador.
Yes, your worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter. It will be good to
So
see
he has
him
become
again.
an ambassador
I owe
of
him my
his
apology.
country.
I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, your worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras, for one. I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I
Varric,
believe
excellent.
Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier.
That's
Enjoy
good for him.
time
I'm
with
glad
him
he
when you
uses his
can,
proper
Your
name.
Worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
It's tough. I mean, our work is done.
Corypheus is dead. We accomplished what we set out to do. If we're not needed any longer, and if it can be done peacefully, it may be time for the Inquisition to disband.
Thank you. Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
And I think that would be the most honorable thing to do. Like the entire idea of clinging to power for power's sake. Like that's what all these terrible nations in this game have. Like that's what caused them to ruin everything. Is they've been constantly clinging to the power for the sake of having power. All right. But like the Levelin said, we did our duty. We did what we set to accomplish. If the Inquisition is to exist, it needs to have... What are you guys even carrying those flags for? What is your purpose? Josephine! pal. Let us scroll all the way down. There we go. We don't need this save 35 hours into the game in the Western approach.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after
Why am
all,
I
here
walking
at their
like that?
insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chats with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
Oh.
You'd like me to go with you?
You'd like me to go with you
Very
to a
much
small
so.
entertainment.
In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
A friend? Doing what exactly?
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Thank you for thinking of me.
I like
I'd
how
be
all
delighted to
three
attend.
responses are yes.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once.
It's just a variant of
The
yes.
past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Oh, we already skipped directly to the to the entertainment.
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
I didn't get to see any performance.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery, and they actually.
I'm
set
disappointed
fire
that I didn't actually get to see it, but
to- Yes.
I'll
I
accept
truly
that.
enjoyed it.
I'll
Then
accept
I
that
call
that would have
tonight a
created
great
a lot
success.
of extra content.
Oh, look! The encore signal.
Like, would Final Fantasy VI have meant the same if you couldn't see the opera? Never mind. I take back my my forgiveness. A crumpled silk napkin with some words inked in the corner. They're so smudged by wine stains. The only ones still readable are, "There was once a man from Hossberg." That's a literary reference, but I honestly don't remember the actual one.
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Oh, great. Anybody in here? Ooh, hello. How deep in here can I actually explore? Grand Enchanter Lothair Hordun was the first leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine. After Hardwin distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Dracon himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Hardwin was a second choice, that Dracon had another mage with connections to Inquisitor Amaredin in mind for a job, probably Amaredin's lover. who is a mage. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain in the guest list of a party where Ameridan and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it is likely dust. The idea's merits should be treated as such for scholarship's sake. Expensive dog treats. Smells faintly of ham and excess. That's how you know your dog is getting all the trimmings. Although now I'm reminded of the classic video game, the Pandora Directive, where there's a point in the game you can just walk around your apartment and look at things, and your character will comment on it. Your character, Tex Murphy, will comment on these things. And one of the things is a can of dog food. And Tex picks it up and he goes, eat the rich dog food. Beefy, but not bad for the price. Barred from entry. Okay, they are way over there. So I should go talk to Varric. Varric Tethris. How dost thee be doing?
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did.
Sebastian.
Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city
Oh, he has an
guard had a
assistant
very
now?
colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Oh, that would be, oh man, what was her name?
Inquisitor! Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you?
And the Inquisitor comes to the rescue once again.
Is that
Vivian?
what you call it?
No.
This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount
Provisional Viscount.
of Kirkwall.
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now.
All right.
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out, you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
That's fantastic. You'll make an excellent Viscount.
I think the nobility figured, after Dumar and Perrin, what's the worst that could happen if we put the dwarf in charge? They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present.
Oh? What did you get me?
Official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall.
I have title and holdings in Kirkwall?
Congratulations. You're a countess now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. You should stop by Hightown sometime to see your estate. It's pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
I suppose I've got a place to
That's
stay once the
nothing.
Inquisition
That's practically nothing.
gets
No
pulled
mentions.
apart. But I'm sure there's
That
going to be
reminds
something in this DLC
It's
that...
the key to the city.
Oh.
Can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic, anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
Well, thank you, Varric.
Thank you. I'm touched. A little bit horrified by this key now, but still touched.
Please don't give anything else away.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I
Right.
wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
I'll be here if you need me.
All right. Who else is here? I feel like this is the citadel of Dragon Age. Like a chance to hang out with all of your old pals one last time. And you know what? I wholly endorse DLCs to just have, like, every game to have just one of those DLCs. Where you're just hanging out with the pals. You get like a little mini adventure, but you're just hanging out with the pals one more time. Although I suppose this isn't just a mini adventure, this is also kind of an extended epilogue. And if any game needed an extended epilogue that you can play through, it was Mass Effect 3. That game needed an extended epilogue that you could play. Not just, oh, you didn't like the ending? You didn't care for how we ended it? How about 2 more minutes of video? Hard and, oh my gosh, how many chapters of Hard and Hightown do I have? I don't think I even have the entirety of Hard and Hightown. I'm very disappointed. Maybe I'll see if I can find the entirety of Hard and Hightown and just read it separately. But also, like, the Hard and Hightown chapters aren't even in order in this, like, the codex screen is terrible. In my opinion. Like, nothing's in proper order. You can't really search through it that well. Like, there's Hard and Hightown Chapter 2. There's Chapter 14. Like, almost 2 full rows behind it. Then 7, then 4 next to it. More expensive dog treats. Is there going to be a dog that we give these treats? Who are you, ma'am?
Well met, your worship.
To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone the type of behavior expected from us during the Exalted Council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the Imperial Court. It is upon us to behave with good grace, propriety, and restraint. If you're unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. If all else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Monteliette. Activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in place. At party tonight where CM is intending. VP left notes had dropped, as promised. Servant in green livery, seen leaving guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst? Madame LV's second cousin is a bard in employ of Duke WM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. Iron Bull in the last few years. Oh, they didn't get Freddie Prinze Jr. back. Thank you for sending the Chargers to assist in dealing with the demons attacking Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and his Chargers have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with their efforts in Perindale. The Iron Bull in particular defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the actions of the Bull's Chargers in South Reach. While the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by red lyrium is undisputed, the necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. I'm pretty sure it was necessary. The bull's charges were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenhad. The elf who calls herself Dalish was particularly helpful, and I look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. Excerpts from letters of thanks related to the activities undertaken by Bull's chargers over the past 2 years. Thank you for the information. We've removed the Venatori informant. Ensburg should be safer for the Inquisition and Ben Hasrith agents. Enclosed is the location of the ruins Talus discovered, just north of Halam Sharal. The obvious magical activity suggests that Inquisition forces are better equipped to determine the nature and magnitude of the threat than our people. While the Imperium's increased internal struggle aids both the Qunari and the Inquisition, we suggest you keep close watch. Both sides are likely to recruit allies, and Ben Hasarath intelligence suggests that Navarra is already unstable. Oh yeah, because technically, oh, that's just storage. Because technically, superb dagger of, I was gonna call it superb stabber of the dragon, which, I mean, technically that's fine. Ooh. Is there... Yeah, there's a place we can see if we can make this new armor. More expensive dog treats. Huh. Craft weapons. Okay, that is significantly worse than the weapon you can craft in the Deep Roads. This is the weapon you can craft in the Deep Roads. The Stone Stalker Blade. This is the weapon I just picked up. I am very disappointed. Tint armor. Ooh, a golden nug. I don't even know if I needed to synchronize my collectibles. Cowl of the Pure. Yeah, superb armor of the dragon is down there, but I'm pretty sure I'm wearing the griffin mail. Or good enough. Yeah, these schematics are not particularly useful. Okay, but can I buy something interesting? What am I going to be doing with all these expensive dog treats? And hold on, do I have to go to each? Dragon Bone is at the top. Yeah, they each have their own separate...
Oh, yes.
The Clasping Maw is incredibly expensive compared to how much money I have. What is it, though? It is a great sword. I can't use it. Ah, it's Thomas Renier. Blackwall and the last few years. Inquisitor, I hope this letter finds you well. I apologize for my prolonged absence. I have traced the whereabouts of one of more of my former company, and am writing to you from Kirkwall, where he now resides. I knew him as Private Nicholas Lorry. He goes by Klaus now, unlike so many of the men I betrayed. Klaus found a way to put his life together without turning to crime. It doesn't in any way lessen the horror of what I did, but it was comforting to see at least one life not completely ruined by my actions. Klaus is married to a lovely lady. They run a small bakery. It didn't take him long for recognition to dawn, and then I had 2 minced pies lobbed at my head, pies that were fresh from the oven, mind you. It was a good thing I ducked. I made my apologies. Even after months of searching and making reparations, it was still hard. To his credit, Klaus allowed me to talk, and we ended the visit with ales the hanged man. I should return within the month. Thank you for allowing me this time, Inquisitor. Yours, Tom Rainier. Rainier! Let us speak.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, I decided to leave the council meeting and see the opera, and then come back the next morning, and everybody was still standing in the same spot.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away. And after the betrayal and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
Are you glad you at least tried to apologize?
It's hard to say. I go back and forth most days. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. And I wanted to help them if I could. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. This was worse. 100 times worse. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Though I'm not sure what to think of this council. No matter what, you know you can always count on my sword arm and my friendship.
And your newfound interest in throwing knives.
Your aim is atrocious. I'm embarrassed for you.
Think you can do better?
Oh, there's no knife-throwing minigame?
Inquisitor?
If this was made by a Japanese developer, there would definitely be a knife-throwing minigame. Like, if this was a Yakuza game, you would definitely be throwing knives right now. Hello. Cole! I never talked to you, but, you know, you're here.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Glimmering, glittering, perfect cut, mask a maze of gemstones. She will think it pretty.
Excuse me, I might,
You're useful to have around, Cole.
He wants stones the color of his eyes. Happy, bright, beaming, being seen, not seeing. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs.
Birds like breadcrumbs.
Does Cole have to eat?
Inquisitor, how good to see you here. I came to sit and pen another song.
Sweet songs, poignant pain plants joy that grows later. She can't see me. I help her help people.
Oh.
I gathered.
You're smart and kind. You're worthy of true love.
Hello, Halam Shiraz!
Oh.
The fire of Zither must be fueled by wine, ideally shared with adoring fans.
But not with him. You need somebody nice. Yes, better. He'll be gentle. So will you.
You're with the Chargers, are you not?
I've seen you in the Sky
Ah,
Hall
it's
Tavern where I
Clem, I think.
Oh yes, I love your songs.
I am
Sometimes
incredibly
I sit up in
surprised
the
that I
chair,
actually remember
take a
his
better
name.
look at your songs. The Chargers have their own song, if you'd like to hear it.
Good.
Krem. Okay, that's still pretty close.
Nicely done, Cole.
I will use my superpowers.
Laughs a light will flee your eyes. Born of the ground, loyal and sound, Inquisition bound. Scout lays harding, battles calling, Inquisition's bloody prize. Scout lays harding, smile at warning, smirk at fear, and laugh in their eyes. Born of the ground, loyal and sound, Inquisition bound. Scout lays harding, without warning, makes men fall like tarnished crowns. What can be said to all who have fled? The dwarf with a freckled face. But all who remained to stand in her way,
Will it matter?
met with
Why
her
not?
error's fate. Scout lays harding, swift and cunning, her arrows cut you down to size. Scout lays harding, battles calling, Inquisition's
Okay, is that repeat from this point? Is that... I mean, having an entire song dedicated to Scout Harding. I approve. The Golden Nug. An effervescent white Seleny wine with a dash of West Hill brandy and a splash of pomegranate juice, muddled with raspberries and a sprig of royal elf root. Oh, that was actually the end. The Hissing Drake, a bold mix of cinnamon-infused whiskey, dark Lamorin rum, and Harold's Lava Burst, not for the faint of stomach or heart. Benediction, Prophet's Laurel Gin, served with a wedge of lime and a thimble of golden scythe. The Emerald Valley, made with a spirit distilled by Chantry sisters and leaves from over 70 herbs and flowers, topped by egg-white foam dusted with nutmeg. A Night of Shame, our sweetest Antivan port with a dash of chocolate bitters and a twist of orange, served in a flute of chilled Soralt glass. The Randy Dowager, rumored to have been concocted by the editor of Orlay's most scandalous periodical herself, a tall glass of abyssal peach liquor and fresh cream garnished with sugared rose petals and served on a silk handkerchief with a scandalous rhyming couplet inked on it by the bartender. Sarah!
Here's you, and everyone. Glad to be back, all stuffed together, with the pressure full on. Again. Don't worry, Herald of Everywhere. I came prepared. I know what everyone needs. Just like best times.
Okay, who are we gonna prank? You just threw a...
I expected a roof.
It's early. Anyway, that was a good run. It's all been a good run. I needed that. And I need... You know it's ending, right? We can say it won't, but knobs in places like this, all they do is end things. They'll try a leash. Or worse. But maybe you aren't ready to quit just because some Lord Piddlebits is scared of us.
The Inquisition's still needed. No one can question that.
That's the problem. When people need us, they don't need them. Point is, sooner, all this changes. And you've helped me understand too much. So it's my turn to help you. See, I have these friends, and all of them were the wrong sort of whatever. Their place changed, or it never was. So together, we made an us. Everyone needs an us. And when the world is done saying no and calls you the wrong sort of whatever, maybe we can be that us for you. What do you think, Inquisitor? Want to run some rooftops as a Jenny?
You want the Inquisitor? Don't I have a few more titles than your usual Jenny? No offense.
Some taken. Words. Look, we don't want you. We want to be there for you. If you want to keep doing, it won't be nobles who help. It'll be friends.
Well, all I have to say is... call me Red Frigging Jenny.
Way too confusing. You'll get a city. One that rhymes with arse.
Is there a city that rhymes with
I should have
arse?
said we needed a we instead of an us, because... Wait! Anus! So stupid.
To all my friends.
Always and ever, Inquisitor. Always and ever.
Sarah was never in the group.
Creepy song is creepy. Ugh.
There was a song about Sarah immediately shut down. I understand. Sarah's past and now things. Lost another book. Stop leaving them places. Moving again, less stuff, more things. People things. Too many vowels some things. Name less stupid. Orlay. Last Jenny checked in, wasn't worried. A drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol smashing against the face of a chevalier. The symbol is red and smells of strawberries. Traveling again and again. Been here before, we're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace? Never good. Pack bees. Bet Varric we're in trouble. Scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet. In for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. Find who shrunk my skyhold clothes. Piss. Accuses everybody of being fat. Realizes her clothes don't fit her quite as much as they used to. Don't say the Inquisitor's hand looks bad. It looks very bad. Is Whittle even here? Why do I go where there's no Whittle? A drawing of Sarah and Dagna silhouetted by an explosion, bees, and exploding bees. Rainier hugs harder than Blackwall. Still bearded. Josie is best here. Cassandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone? They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble. Drank too much. Knew Jenny always makes me drink too much. Will be all the fun together or apart. What city? She picks. Iron Bull, you are here! I was worried that they didn't get Freddie Prinze Jr. back. And Krem, not Clem.
I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
It's for his birthday.
I'll see what I can do, Krem.
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
Hey, don't you love talking so much?
It's good to see that the Veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
Isn't Orlesian history grand?
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification under the reign of Mafarath's son, Isarath.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'm really providing him opportunities to talk.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, he was definitely helping.
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into ternes, governed by terns. Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by Arls, and then there's the Banorn. It's a large area of countryside ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Hey, Iron Bull. Distraction! Over there.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Sure you can. They must have that thing almost across the room by now, right? Ben Hasra, remember?
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
We got you a skull!
Oh, you guys! You got me.
Oh, I used my wrong eye. So who is over here? Oh wait, is that just that's just Josephine. Okay. So actually we've talked to everybody on this side. We've gone there. All right, let's go back to the central plaza. Like, we've barely done anything in this time. Oh, did we leave something behind? But we have essentially just talked to everybody. And I feel like that's... Oh. It's just her list of things. She likes to make lists. She is like a ship that's gone off course, always listing. Skin like gauze across the sky. I sigh and fall in evening's lakes, the pools of which deep as your eyes, and eyes of which pierce like wakes, drakes, heartaches, cakes. Maker, I hope my lady's patient. What would be a good rhyme for lakes? Like the screams of mandrakes? I don't know if that's necessarily romantic. That doesn't necessarily sound romantic. Well, we'll work together on this. This poet and I. A gold cravat. We will use it for our various gold cravat needs. Who's next? Cullen. Buddy. Pal. Oh, did you find a dog? Did you find the dog at the party?
You there! You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
That face, though.
You found a dog?
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
But he's such a good dog.
Tire of you? With that positive attitude and fetching ability?
He's not supposed to fetch it.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
I never expected you to make friends at a political council. How times have changed.
So they have.
Would you like these expensive treats I
Inquisition will
found?
change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support in whatever form you require.
I can't imagine the Inquisition without you.
I am honored, and likewise, Inquisitor. You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
All right, I've done something with the treats. I have gifted them to a good dog. And I believe this is Liliana. Liliana, are you playing Chinese chess?
Will you walk with me? The first time I came to the Winter Palace, I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace.
You only see the intrigue.
Everything changes. People most of all.
Yes. Now all I can see are the knives in the shadows, the poison in jeweled goblets. They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear.
I'd fear anyone with our vault of secrets, wouldn't you?
It is not our secrets, nor our soldiers. There have always been spy masters and private armies. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all.
Mine.
Already your actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. When the time comes, consider giving them what they want.
I've thought about it. Ending the Inquisition wouldn't be so bad.
You misunderstand. They cannot act against what they cannot see. Publicly, I will of course retire from this life, as one would expect. Let them think they've finally won. I shall take up charity work, become a patron of the arts, as all respectable women of my age do. And perhaps take on a protégé. Our work never ends, Inquisitor. We just need fewer witnesses.
So Liliana would like us to become more of a clandestine operation. Clandestine operation. Vivian, your hat is kind of dumb.
Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago.
But you're
I
a
do
goddess,
appreciate
so you
punctuality.
can wear whatever you want.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
All right, we got
What are the
spa
cheese
going.
wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely
No.
civilized
What are
conditions.
why wheels of cheese?
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I hope you finally took that adorable scout somewhere nice.
Oh no! Oh dear God! Oh jeez!
Scout Harding, on a date. Yes, of course I did.
Good. I wouldn't want you to break the poor girl's heart.
Wait, am I not in a
Sure, it would be a
relationship with
reprisal.
Josephine?
You must be keeping very
Also,
busy.
my cheese wheels are
The
gone.
circle needs more supervision than a toddler. It may master using the privy on its own any day now. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
Where did I get this swimsuit? More hard and high town. I wonder if the actual hard and high town is gathered together from these pieces in the book, in the actual published book, or if they wrote a different hard and high town for the published version.
I should look around.
Such changeable weather this season.
I might have to look that up. Like, do you get like a free novel if you find all of the chapters in the game, and that the published novel is just the collection of all these chapters? Also, how many more expensive dog treats are there? Don't mind me, I'm just being doused in water again and again. Alright, let's go drop off these expensive dog treats and then actually continue on with the main quest.
Be careful, Inquisitor. We have a ways to go yet.
And then, of course, the only one missing is Solus, who we know is the Dreadwolf. Oh, anybody up here? No, that's just Vivian again. Another expensive dog treat. Let's walk over here to see if there are any expensive dog treats before we talk to either of these. Either the Duke or the Arl. This fountain was erected in commemoration of the end of the Civil War and the slaying of Corypheus by the blessed Herald of Andraste, Inquisitor Malus Lavellan, in the 42nd year of the Dragon Age. Let the song of its water be as laughter, let the cool of its stone be as memories gone. Dedicated by Her Imperial Majesty Empress Celine, in memory of those who fell to protect and preserve the Orlesian Empire. Yeah, I've even got Got a fountain. Alright, let's go drop off this bone and talk to Arl Tegan, who was actually a character way back in the day in Dragon Age Origins. Hold on. Do we have another friend that we didn't talk to? Vivian, Cullen, Liliana, Varric, Josephine, Sarah, Iron Bull, Cole, Blackwall. Yeah, that's it. Okay, because the optional quest is still up there, so it makes me wonder if I missed something. Alright, well, I guess let's talk to the Orlais ambassador first, because he's here. Or is that the Ferelden? Nope, this is somebody.
Orlais is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Hay.
I'm pretty sure we've done a lot of operations together.
It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Orlais wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chess.
And that's the other
I've
issue.
Not forgotten
If
Justinia's death. I had friends who
the Inquisition can be disassembled, and the pieces can actually naturally reform into society, that's one thing. But if the only thing that's gained is the Inquisition splits apart so that everybody can gain power. Okay, let's go talk to Dorian. Oh, hold on. Cassandra. Alright, let's go talk to Dorian real quick, then go back up and talk to Cassandra, who is now Divine Victoria.
Might be something.
Are we all...
The most eloquent dwarf you know. Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Iron Bull, why are you passed out already?
I swear.
Leave him.
It's true. When the Exalted Council is ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
Not for evil?
You know I'll miss you.
Naturally. My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe.
Hmm.
I received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the magisterium. I didn't even see him when I was home. I had no idea he would leave me everything. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
So you'll truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend.
We can't be buddy cops
won't
in
be entirely
the
without support.
Tevinter Imperium?
Mayveris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I wish you safe travels, and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... Magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
Yes. All right. Now we can go and talk to Arl Tegan and Divine Victoria.
I should look around.
You should. Uncle Tegan, I read your first letter. Trust or lay to put up a fight about this now. You've been there before. So I'm not telling you anything new. Send a messenger if you need anything. I'll send someone out straight away. Regards, King Alistair of Ferelden. Someone, presumably His Majesty, has drawn a stick figure weighed down by an oversized crown at the bottom of the page. Anakarj Halfer? A diverse catalogue of treasures, billing itself as the most distinguished retailer of fine goods and novelties to the rich since 786 Storm. This booklet is filled with woodcuts of strange trinkets. The world's best articulated Everwrite back scratcher. Complicated-looking devices. The only triple-decker carriage with Orsmar-designed wheel locks for smoother braking. And specialty items. Be the first to enjoy the amazing cooling properties of drakeskin lining in one's evening mask. Back scratcher. Altegan. No, we'll talk to Cassandra.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Not at all. The Earl of Redcliffe was telling me of events in Denerim. He represents Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How is Redcliffe?
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
Blessedly quiet. The mayor conveys his greetings. Redcliffe remembers its savior.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
I am supposed to be impartial while speaking for the Chantry, but I confess that neutrality is beyond me. I may be the Divine, but I will always be your friend. And I can hardly ignore the fate of the Inquisition that I began.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
You could find me a sword and something to hit. I must attend to other matters. If you need me, I am ready to assist. Unconditionally.
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor.
That was a very
The
awkward
Crown's
bow.
Anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais? Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
So that's part of what they want. Once again, the divvying up of power. Like, what happens to the army after it is broken down? Where did Cassandra go? She's way over there. Cassandra. 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 Oh, hold on. ¿Por qué? What am I supposed to look at? Is this just like a fun little Easter egg? I find myself more undecided. I walked into this expecting to be like, maybe the Inquisition doesn't need to exist. But power shouldn't just hold on to itself for the sake of power. The problem is these other nations. Scout Lace Harding, swift and coming. Cassandra!
Oh.
You okay?
Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, I wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
You seem distraught.
This seems serious.
It's not about me. It's about you. Maybe you should sit.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit.
Maybe we should sit together.
Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
What?
Marriage? Josephine is a wonderful woman. If you're clear on your path You're not proposing to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
I might get married. I've thought about it.
I suspected as much.
That's how you believe a lie. It has to be based on truth.
But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them
if there's no foundation for the lie, the more unbelievable the lie becomes.
Friend for the days to come.
Like what kind of lie could I get away with versus what kind of lie would be impossible for me to get away with? Like if I said that I scored a touchdown for my high school football game. I feel like that would be a much more unbelievable lie. Like, there's no foundation in it. At no point has it become apparent that I have even looked at a sport, let alone played a sport. Now, if at the same time, like, I have done absolutely nothing to present a foundation of any sort of physical prowess. So if I said something like, my fastest mile time for running in high school was a 7-minute mile. Like, I think you just have to take my word for it. Because there would be nothing necessarily... Oh, the dog is back this way. There's nothing necessarily to base it on. But if I were to say something like, I've played every Doom game on this channel, like, the fact that I don't think that's necessarily is too unbelievable. And there's a lot of evidence on the channel to display it. Though there are actually there's still at least one Doom game I have not played on this channel, being the VFR. So it would still technically be a lie. Let us not begin the Exalted Council. We're going to stop here for the night. Next time we'll begin the Exalted Council, discuss the fate of the Inquisition. For now, though, guiding suggestions for something to play next, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.